Hi everybody, this is Shirley from Shirley's World, and yesterday I made some bread pudding and I wanted to show you how it came out. It's delicious, and I'm going to have it as part of my breakfast because of course bread pudding has all sorts of good things in it besides of course the brown sugar. It has lots of eggs and raisins and the bread, of course. But I'm going to take it in here. I'm going to have breakfast in the dining room today. I'm having oatmeal. I have to get my coffee. The dog's, this is a little spirit. She follows me all over the place. Rocky's taking his little nap after his breakfast. Hi, whoever's here. I get my coffee. It's my coffee mug. This is one of my horses. That's Preacher. Okay. Sit down here, a few notes. Let me turn on the light. I don't know if it helps a little bit. Good morning, everybody. How are you, and where are you from? Let me set my tripod up here. Okay. If you're here from any place other than Medina, Ohio, where I'm from, let me know. Let me hear from you. I want to have a nice conversation with breakfast here. Can you hear me okay? Hi. I'm just going to have some oatmeal while we're talking. I'm sorry to be eating in front of you, but the other side of this mug, it's me writing Preacher. That was about 10 years ago, though. I haven't been riding much lately because of my back. Bouncing on a horse does not help your back. I can walk around on them and post. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. How are you? I keep meaning to catch your scopes, and I keep missing them live. I'm just having breakfast, and I thought I'd talk about some thrifty things that I try to do in my life. I'm pretty good. I sound stuffed up, but it's allergies. I just took my allergy pill. It hasn't kicked in yet. So I was showing, you know, I made the bread pudding yesterday, and I'm having some for breakfast. You can't do it that way, I guess. This is, you have allergies, yeah. They seem to be worse as fall. I made bread pudding yesterday, so I'm having that as part of my breakfast because it has lots of eggs in it. The allergies seem to be worse this fall than they have been in previous falls. I don't know. I must be allergic to the molds and things that come in the fall. Yeah, I love bread pudding. Yeah. I usually heat it up. If I'm having it like a dessert, I heat it up and put cream on it. Maybe even some ice cream sometimes. But I'm just having it as part of my breakfast this morning. What are your plans, Kim, for today? My sister's still here. We're going out. Let's see, what are we doing today? I have to make something in the crock pot. I'm making chicken stroganoff in the crock pot today. I have to get that on right after breakfast. And then the only thing we have planned is I have to run out to the barn for a little bit, turn in my boarding check, and visit with the horses. I'm not going to ride today, though. It's still going to be too hot. Right now, you're fixing breakfast, too? Gonna work on some websites. I have been ignoring, because of Periscope, it's, besides, I don't do that many, and a couple a day, but I watch a lot, you know. I love to watch the Periscopes. So besides that, and my sister's here and I want to do things with her, I have been ignoring my blog. I put my Monday journal on. Every Monday I put it's called A Simple Woman's Day Book. A lot of people do it. And so I try to do that every Monday, but yes, I know. Have you tried the blog? I haven't been on blog. I looked around on it, but I haven't been on it yet. Blab, I mean. Blab. What did I say, blog? I mean blab. I thought I'd visit that someday. You do blab? Do you like it? Is it similar? I mean, I know there's 4 spaces for you can interact with 4 people. I ought to try that because I'm getting a little frustrated with Periscope because I'm not getting any followers, and a lot of times I go on and nobody's there to talk to. So maybe I should try Blab. I don't know. I'll try it. I'm getting to feel that I really don't have much worthwhile to talk about. I know I don't promote my scopes like beforehand because I never know when I'm going to do it. I just feel like doing it and doing it. It's really neat. I've met some neat people there too. Yeah, I've met neat people here, but you know, when I sit down to scope, I'd like to, like us right now, I'd like to have a conversation. I'm really not looking for 1 million followers or 1 million stars or anything. I just, you know, would like a couple people to come in and have a conversation with me. So, if you hear that noise, that's my dog cleaning out his bowl, making sure he got every last little bit. In fact, that's Dexter licking on the Spirit's bowl, make sure she got everything. I have a thing on the bottom of their bowl. It's like a plastic thing that sticks up and they have to eat around it. It's to prevent them from bolting their food. Because of course, as you probably know, English Pointers are deep-chested dogs and they're prone to bolt. So that's what he's knocking around in the bowl. Dexter, that's enough. I have to go on Halo dog training and ask her a couple questions. Yesterday I had Spirit, who is really laid back most of the time and timid acting. Sometime I'm not around the house, but she actually growled at Dexter yesterday, which really surprised me. And then she growled at him later on. I don't know what it was about, and they got in a little tussle, had to break up. And then Dexter, being the chicken that he is, he was afraid to get by her at all. She's the instigator. I could see it. And she was standing by the back door, and Dexter was even afraid to come in the house. So I've got to solve this problem, that's for sure. Everything seems fine today, but you never know when those things crop up. Who knows what they were thinking and what started it. It probably has to do with food. I know, it's bad. So I thought I'd talk to the Halo dog training girl about that. Or I will get my dog walker here to start walking them together again. If you walk them together, that usually helps. I watch Caesar Milan a lot, so it's one of the things you're supposed to do. Good morning. My sister's up. Oh, anytime. What, to the barn?
No.
Where?
To the pancake house.
Oh. This is the wrong day, Sue.
That's what I said tomorrow.
Sue goes back tomorrow. And we meet her up with her husband halfway between here and Erie at the Waffle House, and then we have breakfast. We always meet at 11 o'clock. It's like the exchange. The exchange of Sue. So that's tomorrow. I'm hoping she only had a chance to come this month. I'm hoping she can work in another visit before winter. Dawn with Halo dog training. Yeah, I'm going to ask her about that problem. I had some bread pudding with my breakfast. It has eggs in it, you know. But in my mind, that's breakfast. Yeah, a little spirit. So Dexter's already, they've already been out, they've already eaten. I have to feed the cats yet. Chickens are out, and Dexter's already found his golf ball of the day. I let him chew on it so far until the cover looks like it's going to come off, and then I take it away from him. Because the little ball that's inside is too small for him to be playing with. I'm always afraid they're going to swallow something. They'll get stuck. Are you working on your own websites, or do you work on other people's websites for them? Oh, for a photographer. You know, I wish you were around here because my daughter definitely needs an assistant to do some of her editing. The parts that she doesn't especially enjoy doing. You know, the basic things you do before you get, she likes to take arty photos, so, but photos need to be edited, basically edited, and then she goes back and does what she does to make them look like her own photos. She photographs animals, horses and dogs mostly. She also photographs high school seniors. She enjoys that because they're fun. And she does really small weddings. But the animals and the horses is what she really enjoys. She's been in a couple magazines already. Arab World, I think, was one of them she was in. Spends a lot of time editing. Yeah, that's the biggest part of it. People think, you know, clients think you just come and snap some pictures and that's it. That's the fun part, and that's the short part. You know, it's all the editing afterwards. It takes up the time of a photographer. Making sure everything comes back from the printer correctly. Sometimes you have to send things back. It's quite a job, and people don't realize that when they're hiring photographers. But she's worked her way up, so she gets a pretty good price now for what she does. And she's just always looking for more and more work. And which means I don't see her as often because she doesn't come to the barn. Now that she lost her horse, which was a couple years ago, she lost her horse, and she doesn't come to the barn because she doesn't feel my horses are her horses. So, and she's really loves Arabs, and my two aren't Arabs, so yeah. She needs to find another Arab. No horse will ever come up to her Satire, which was her first horse, you know. I know Arabs are great. I would love to have Arabs too, but I ended up with a quarter horse and a draft cross. But when we had the Arab, he was actually belonged to both of us, and we both rode him. He was a great horse. He had been a show horse and was retired from the show ring, and then we bought him, and he was fully equitated, and he taught us a whole lot. He was gorgeous. So she'll always be looking for that horse. But, you know, she has to find a horse and love that horse for that horse and not compare him to Satire. But I don't think she's at that point yet. And she's really too busy. Got to take this phone call. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later on your scope. Bye-bye. Thanks for the hearts. Hi, if anybody else is on here, I know I said I'd do some little thrifty tips that I usually do. I used to coupon a lot. I used to cut coupons, and I don't know if anybody does that, but it takes a lot of time to search for the coupons. You cut them out. I had a big book that I put them in. And then I went out and bought the things that I had coupons for. But what I found out is I was saving a lot on the products. However, I was spending more than I should have been spending monthly on my grocery bill because I was getting things to stock up on and to just because I had the coupon and it was a good deal. So when I started to budget my money in the last 2 or 3 months, I stopped couponing and I started shopping instead of shopping at, I don't know if you have these stores by you. I know you don't have Bueller's because that's sort of a local Northeast Ohio store. But Giant Eagle, I don't know if you have that, but those are the 2 stores I shopped in. Besides Summit Walmart. And I was spending a lot of money in those stores too, so I always had heard about Aldi. I'd never shopped there before, so I thought I'd try it, and I really like it. And they have tremendous prices. It's their brand of food, they have some name brands, but not very many. But the savings is really if you buy their brand. They're different brands. And it's not just a few cents savings, it's dollars on each item. I always give the example of a box of cold cereal compared to a box the size that would sell in the store, even at Walmart, for $3 is like $1. I forget what it is, $1.96 or something. Their brand, which tastes exactly like the Honey Nut Cheerios that I've been eating for years. So I get their brand of that and save at least $1 there on each box. So it's like that for everything. And Aldi's is starting to get more organic fruits and vegetables, so that's good too. Their breads are wonderful. Looking at my notes here. I eat a lot of leftovers, and you can always, with your leftovers, just throw them in a pot and make soup. I've done that before. I've had some really weird soups, but they end up tasting good. If you cook soup and just throw in your leftover vegetables and leftover meats, the soup doesn't have to have a name unless you want to name it. But soup of any kind, I think, is wonderful, especially in the season that's coming up, fall and winter. I eat a lot of soups. Another way I save is I try not to use my dryer in the summer, although there's some things that are better used dried in the dryer, but I try to line dry my clothes. I really enjoy taking my clothespins out and my basket of wash and hanging them on the line. I don't know why, because I remember my mother doing it, I suppose. But I enjoy doing that, so. But it's hard in the winter. I do have a clothes rack in the basement, but it's not the same. Like I was saying yesterday, I have actually darned socks. That was because I couldn't find my favorite kind of socks anymore at the store, so if it'd get a hole in the toe, I would darn. I never, ever, ever did that before. I'd just throw them away and buy new. But I was reading on another person's blog that she goes to the thrift stores and buys baskets. You know, you can get baskets for almost nothing at the thrift stores. And then you can spray paint them different colors or just leave them like they are if they're good looking. And then throughout the year, she just picks out things and fills up baskets, and that's what she gives as gifts. So there's another idea, because I like to shop at the thrift stores. And so those are a couple tips for today. And I'm going to finish my bread pudding here. See if I had any other thing on here. That's all I wrote down for today. Besides the fact is, I try not to just go shopping, shopping. Not really having anything in mind, just shopping. Because that's a sure way to spend money that you don't need to spend. So, I spend all cash now, no credit cards. Anyway, with that happy note, I'm going to close, drink my coffee, and eat my bread pudding. And I will see you later. And I'm going to look into this Blab, new app, Blab. All right, have a good day. Bye.